So everybody wants to wake up and see that fancy blue check on their Instagram page, but it's difficult to get. You know that you need a lot of followers and to be generally notable and a public figure. So instead of asking my guy Mark for a quick 1,000,000 followers, we're going to take Instagram into our own hands and use that algorithm for our advantage. I'm going to be teaching you guys the easiest organic growth tips and how to grow followers organically without doing any scammy follow for follow or buying shoutouts or botted followers. So in this episode, by the end of it, you should have 10 million followers and be catching up to Drizzy in no time. Just kidding, but actually you will be able to grow faster than you would before. I'm going to teach you guys the easiest ways that you can grow organically and use Instagram to your advantage in order to grow, and you guys should at least have a better idea of how to grow faster and how to get closer to that blue check on Instagram. So I can't even count how many YouTubers and other people are saying this tip, but the first tip is consistency. You guys need to be consistent and make sure that you're posting constantly and evenly throughout the day and the week. So I say for at least personal pages, the best thing to do is post once a day because you don't have to rush out and take a bunch of pictures. But if you want to go faster, definitely start posting more. So I'd say maybe 2 to 3 times a day, and then eventually by the end of like a year or a couple months, you should be growing at about 100 followers a day, which is pretty good. You'll be up there to 10K in no time. So if you guys aren't in the mood to go out and take pictures of yourself every day or more times a day, you guys should start a photo album in your pictures or your camera roll and just start it for future posts. So go out there and just take a bunch of pictures and get them lined up in order for Instagram posts in the future, and then eventually you guys can put those posts in the camera roll into your Instagram. Because you obviously don't have to go out there and take a picture and post it the same day. You can store it in the vault for later. So if you guys are doing a theme page or more of a meme page, it's so much easier to post more a day because you can just repost pictures from other people and go into your explore page or hashtags and use those pictures and those posts for your advantage and just screenshot them, repost them. As long as you're leaving credit, then you'll be able to post as many times as you want a day, because on Instagram there's basically unlimited posts in your niche. So I'm pretty sure you guys get the idea of consistency. So that brings us right on to the next tip, and that's stories and polls. So obviously if you're using Instagram for a little while and if you're focused on growing right now, you obviously know what stories are, and it's basically little videos, probably 15 to 60 seconds, where you just post little videos, or you can do pictures or little stickers, whatever you want, so your audience can engage better, but it's not a full post like on your feed. So your story only stays on your page for 24 hours, and after 24 hours it goes away. So it's an easier way to keep up with your audience on what you're doing instead of having to post like thousands of times a day. So I like stories a lot, but I'm not explaining how to use stories here. I'm explaining how to grow. So using stories to grow, I'd recommend using polls. So a poll is basically a sticker that you use on Instagram stories, and it'll give you an option. You can ask a question and then it'll say yes or no, or you can give 2 answers, whatever you want, and then people usually answer that. And Instagram loves engagement, as I said in my previous video or in the iCard up here. Instagram loves to have engagement on their posts and stories. So if you're giving Instagram a piece of engagement where someone has to click on it, Instagram will promote that more, and so you might see that you get way more story views than a normal story if you have a poll. So Instagram stories with polls are like 10 times more likely to show up on the explore page, and if you go onto your explored page, you'll see stories in the top right corner, and people will click on that and can just scroll through recommended stories, and you'll get a lot of views. And using engagement, if you ask a good question and a good poll, it'll really encourage people to follow you than if you're just posting a normal story. Say, hey guys, look, I'm at a restaurant. You can post a picture of you at a restaurant and say, do you like this food? Yes or no, depending on what you're eating or what you're doing. And obviously that's just an example, you don't have to do that, but a poll is a really good idea to grow. So the next thing is probably the second most common thing that people do on Instagram, and that's using hashtags. Hashtags are super important with the Instagram algorithm, and it'll give it a way more chance of going viral and getting promoted more than it usually would. Using hashtags on an Instagram post is basically like using gasoline in a car. You kind of have to have them. If you just post a post with no hashtags, it's mainly going to get recommended to the people in your feed and who follows you. So basically you're just going to get likes from the people that follow you, and it's maybe a little bit recommended, but for the most part the recommended part of the post isn't going to get you followers as much because Instagram doesn't know who to recommend it to. Hashtags is what gives Instagram the idea of what to recommend it to. For example, if you're doing a theme page and posting pictures in, for example, a car niche, Instagram's not going to be able to tell that it's a picture of a car. They're just going to go promote it to people in the survival niche, people in the makeup niche, and for the most part people in the people in the other niches aren't going to want to follow you. Maybe they'll like the post to be nice, but they're not going to follow you. So I'd recommend definitely putting hashtags like hashtag survival, hashtag cars, hashtag beauty in whatever niche you are, and it'll give Instagram a better idea of who to recommend it to. You'll have a way better chance of going viral if it's promoting to the right people. So the next thing is trendjacking, and if you're doing a theme page, it's a lot easier. You can still do it on personal pages, but it's a lot harder to do than theme pages. But basically I'm going to give you an example for a theme page here because it's a lot easier to explain. But when you have a theme page and you want to do trendjacking, what you want to do is go into a major, the biggest hashtag in your niche, and go find some posts that went quote unquote viral, and find some posts that have more likes substantially than what they usually get, and just find some bigger posts and some posts with a lot of likes, and that's basically a trend. So it's going to be a post that a lot of people like and it's getting the best engagement. So you want to repost that picture or a picture super similar to it. For example, if someone's posting a dog on a mountain versus just a regular mountain, and the dog with a mountain gets a lot more likes, for example, the regular mountain will get 100 and the dog with the mountain will get 200. So obviously you're going to want to stick to the dog part because there's a lot more people that want to like that post, and you can advertise it to people in the survival and mountain niche, but you can also recommend it to the people in the dog niche because both people are in that niche, and it will be good for both niches because this niche likes dogs, which is on that picture, and this niche likes survival, which is also on that picture. So it's a win-win, and you'll have a way better chance of going viral if you combine two niches together and post it on a specific one niche page. So I saved this one for the end because it's pretty common, and if you've watched other videos besides me on how to grow a page, you've definitely heard it, but that's the classic follow for follow. And if you don't know what that is you go to other people in your niche and follow them a lot of times, and then hopefully some people will follow you back. You just follow other people that follow people in your niche, which is kind of like a tongue twister, but who cares? But the reason I'm including this in this video is because there's a new strategy of follow for follow that gets you more followers and gives a way better chance of you gaining more followers back. So what you want to do is go into a profile, a smaller profile in your niche, and go into their most recent post. I'd recommend within the past 4 hours or so, and go into their post, look at the people who liked it, so the active followers who are liking the post, and you want to follow all the people in that niche that liked the post. So instead of just following followers that could be inactive since 2017, then you're gonna know people are active if you follow the liked people, because you know they're on Instagram actively liking the post, and that means they like the niche as well. So if you follow them, they're gonna say, oh wow, they followed me, and they're gonna follow back. And if you guys want to increase your chances of getting them to follow back even more, go into their profiles and like a couple posts. Just comment maybe a little bit and like some, and if they see that you're actually engaging with their posts, it's gonna give them a better reason to follow and engage with yours. So that's been the main tips of how to grow organically on Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. I'm trying to grow this page to 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2020. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen so far, but I'm gonna be grinding it out, and hopefully we can. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.